Hi everyone, I am Angela Cruz with Smoky Hill Designs, and today I'm going to talk about Baltic Birch, the OG. This is probably everybody's first wood that they cut with their laser. And many of you, this is the only wood you ever want to cut with your lasers. A lot of you have ventured off, but there are plenty of customers who this is it. Baltic is all that they purchase, and that is okay. It's also one of our most popular with our schools. Any schools that use our materials, a lot of time they'll choose the Baltic because it's consistent and like I said, everybody starts with it. So let's talk a little bit about Baltic, what it is, and uses. Baltic is a lighter wood and it is very, very popular for projects that are painted or stained. And you can, if you compare it to, which I'll talk about in a little bit, our white birch, it's a little bit, I struggle to think of a better word than fuzzier. We sand all of our pieces, but Baltic still has a little bit more texture to it, which makes it really great for staining. It holds that stain and gives it some really dynamic character to it. So you can stain a piece of Baltic to look like a walnut color, or you can purchase a piece of walnut. Either way, that is your choice. Some people like the way that the Baltic feels and behaves, so they stick with the Baltic. Others choose the walnut. That is up to you, but it does paint and it does stain well. Something that is different and special about Smoky Hill Baltic Birch is that we already purchase the highest grade Baltic you can, and then we take it a step further and grade it even more stringently from that. So what we do is when you purchase Baltic sheets, there's almost always plugs on them on one side. You can call it a plug or a patch, and I'll show you here. I have a piece in 1/4 inch, and you can see here is a plug. Sometimes they look like an oval, sometimes they have like a little scalloped edge, but there's almost always plugs on Baltic. And this was actually a unicorn, it's a double plug. There you go. But we consider this a flaw. So we put these in our misfit piles. So if you purchase Baltic during a misfit sale, and if you only need a one-sided sheet or you don't mind losing 2 inches or whatever of material, that is a great time to get an already inexpensive wood for even less money. So if you are a misfit fan, the Baltic Birch usually, there's some exceptions, but usually the flaw is that there's plugs in it. So we misfit those out. So you can be sure if you pay regular price for our Baltic, it's not going to have those plugs. You can use both sides with no problem. So that's a difference with our Baltic. Something also with Baltic that is unique for us is that this is the only wood we carry that has a veneer core. And what that means, I'm going to show you on the 1/4 inch because it's a little more apparent, which by the way, we sell Baltic in 1/8 and 1/4 inch. It's not a true 1/8 and 1/4 inch, which none of the plywoods are. This is an import. This is the only, it's another unique thing. This is the only foreign product that we have for the woods. Everything else is domestic. So this is manufactured with the metric scale in mind. So this is the closest you're going to get to a true 3mm and 6mm in terms of the plywoods that we carry. May not be spot on, but it is the closest to a 3mm and a 6mm option. So back to that veneer core. You can see here, got it, hope I get it in there. There you go. You can see these layers. This is different wood layered upon itself in here for the core. Advantage is it's very structurally sound. Like this 1/4 inch especially is like, it's not bending. Very structurally sound. A disadvantage is that it is more prone to voids or hard spots. I'm trying to see, sometimes you can even see a void along the cut edge. So if you've seen, seeing if I can find one. But if you've seen people complain about, I'm having trouble cutting wood, like it didn't cut through in a certain spot, and it's Baltic, is typically because there might be a hard spot in there, or there could be a spot where they're actually the veneer inside is missing a little spot, so it just cuts differently and it can scorch in that area. So do keep that in mind with the Baltic, is it may have voids and hard spots, and that's just the nature of that veneer core. If you don't want to deal with that, we do have the white birch. It's another option. Very similar in appearance and behavior to the Baltic, but it has that MDF core like the rest of our plywoods. So this, you can see there's a veneer of white birch on the top, a veneer of white birch on the bottom, and then there is just the MDF sandwiched in between. So that will have a consistent cut, doesn't have any funky spots like that. So if you don't want to deal with that, white birch is probably the better option for you if you do want a true wood that has that same look to it. Very popular, as I said, for painting and staining. It's an inexpensive wood, great starter wood, but it also, if you want to continue using it even advanced, it's another great wood. Let me see, I'm seeing if I'm missing any of my key points that I had to discuss. No, I think I hit them all. But that is our Baltic. It's a great light wood for you. So here's the Baltic, and then here is that white birch, if you want to see them side by side. And I'm actually going to do another video here shortly where I compare the Baltic birch, the white birch, and then the eco birch, and we'll talk about some of the differences in that. So I hope you love our Baltic. Let us know how you use it. Show us how you use it. And thank you guys for watching.